Hey guys, it's Coupe from Garage Gym Reviews. And today we have a unique piece of equipment that I think probably many of you have not heard of. I am more impressed with this piece of conditioning equipment than I probably have ever been with any piece of conditioning equipment. It's freaking sick. Here's why. The Carol bike that I'm reviewing is an AI-powered bike that is stated to improve cardiorespiratory fitness by 12% when it's measured by VO2 max, increase HDL cholesterol by 6%, reduce triglycerides by 10%, reduce blood pressure by 5%, and reduce blood sugar by 2%. The Carol bike is designed to provide the maximum dose for conditioning in the minimal amount of time. Something that allows you to do a compressed workout but maximize your results, I think is absolutely ideal. It uses what's called REHIT, which is reduced exertion, high intensity interval training. So think HIIT, but it's reduced exertion. Basically, you're sprinting for a short amount of time at a maximum intensity and doing that a couple times within a workout. So when you jump on the bike, it's gonna present you your options for your workout. Again, trying to remove friction as quickly as possible. So you select your workout, you select music. The music changes based upon like how hard you're pushing. I don't absolutely love the music. I usually just play my own. You start and you're gonna do a warm up, 20-second sprint, another 3-minute recovery, 20-second sprint, and then a 3-minute cool down, and that's it. It does a little bit of breathing like technique throughout, but I'm gonna basically ride this for another minute or so, and then we're gonna jump in and just go all freaking out. Okay, at 3 seconds, the screen will go red, which basically means like bull, just attack it. It's gonna be free spinning for 3 seconds, and then it's gonna turn the brake on. And then it releases. So it's 20 seconds all out. It then shows you your power. Another 3-minute recovery. Trying to keep my watts under 20. My max watt power was 882 for that first sprint. Then it tapers off, and then we'll do another sprint. All right, this is my second and last sprint. Last one, my max wattage was 882. I'd really like to get it above 900 here. I'm gonna give it all I got. That workout right there, 2 20-second sprints, now with a cool down, a few recoveries, is equal, based upon their studies, to a 45-minute jog in less than 10 minutes. Whew. And it feels that way. Now I cool down. Once the workout's completed, my glycogen is absolutely depleted. It then shows you like your best, how you are against your peers, everything. So there's leaderboards. For my age range, I'm in the top 25%. Pretty cool to see that and compare it against all your other workouts. You kind of improve every time. That's the goal of the bike, especially if you're using it often, your energy output and your peak heart rate. I would love to see, and I'm guessing they're gonna do this, it's called the Carol bike, but the company is called Carol. I think they did that because they want to take this tech and put it in other fitness equipment. I would love to see a Carol rower, a Carol ski erg. Like those are both options that I feel like would be absolutely amazing, that you could keep your hands on for the heart rate and would work just extremely well. So we'll see. Now I'm gonna do a Coupe Score for this. So basically we're gonna give points for like all the different metrics. And the first one is like the footprint and portability. This is a smaller bike. It's not designed to take up a ton of space. It is a little bit smaller than probably what you'd see with like a Peloton. Not much, but the footprint is small and compact. It uses a heavy flywheel. It's 14 kilograms. That's what allows it to get the momentum when you're doing your RPMs. I love the footprint. I think it's small. I think it's compact. It uses this small screen. Like for what it is, I think it works well. And so I give it a 4.5 out of 5 for that metric. Now from a durability standpoint, The bike is well made. This is not a Kaiser M3i, okay? There are better built bikes than this. I will say the frame is using tubular steel, so it's like rigid, it's thick, like there's not a lot of shaking, and you need that because you're literally putting like everything you have into it for 20 seconds and then taking a break, 20 seconds again, and then taking another break. There's other workout modes, which I'll discuss, but that's the one that they're really known for. That's what Rehit is, and that's what the studies are based on, and that's what most people are gonna use it for. So you need a stable platform. The really only part that like gives me some worry about the durability is this plastic shroud right here. I would have loved if they didn't like throw on the plastic on the outside that's covering the internals. It's nice that they're covering the internals, but it just provides, I think, a bad contrast to the level of quality of everything else. In addition to that, this tablet is the least refined part of this entire bike, in my opinion. It's simply an Android tablet that's been basically made to be utilized specifically for this bike, and then they house it in like this 3D printed or some other fashioned display. I don't love this part. It feels like not a fully finished product. It still feels like a beta version product. That's where there could be durability issues. However, you could probably change out that tablet pretty easily. In addition to that, there's two components inside that I think are most worth looking at: the belt drive system and also the brake. That's this right here. It's a frictionless magnetic brake. So what that means is there's not any friction. It's not like there's a pad pushing up against this flywheel. It's just magnets that are getting closer and closer that then resists it more and more. But the inside, the way that it's driven is actually a like polygroove belt. So it's a belt versus a chain. It's what we see on higher end air bikes like an Echo bike or a Schwinn 80 Pro. It's what we really want. It's what you see also in cars. They last a long time, they're self-tensioning, you don't have to deal with them. A higher end bike really needs a belt, and so this does. From a durability standpoint, this thing's gonna last. I don't really see much issues with that. They do offer different warranties from 1 year to 3 year if you pay extra money. I think 1 year should be fine for most people. So for me, I give the durability a 4 out of 5. Now the Karo bike's designed to be used for pretty much anyone, and so it's got to fit a lot of body types. Because it's designed for all sorts of people, it has to be customizable in size. So it's got stepless configurations on both the back and the front and the seat. So you can go forward and back, and stepless means that you can just do any throughout. So you can go up, down. There's markings on the sides that tell you where you're located. There's stickers. I wish they were etched. I feel like it'd be a little bit nicer, but they are embedded, so it makes it a little bit cleaner. Now, unlike most bikes, the resistance is controlled via the AI. So they're using AI to predict when exactly to put the resistance on, how much resistance to put on, and for how long to put it on. And so each workout, it's changing the resistance based upon my previous workouts. And the more that you do in it, the more data it has, then it can decide how to influence your workout. And so far it just keeps increasing the resistance because I keep getting stronger. And also I think that's just because like it starts you off at a low baseline and then it increases it over time. And then it uses all these graphs and everything to tell you how you're working. But from a customization, adjustability standpoint, there's a lot that you can customize and adjust, from the actual use of the hardware to the resistance within the product. So most people will use this for the AI purposes, but if you want to use this from like a free ride perspective, which means you manually adjust the resistance, which takes place in the app, then you can do that. So the adjustability, customizations, ergonomics, that sort of thing, I give it a 4.5 because there is a lot that you can do with this to adjust any body type and a lot of different training you can do. Since this is an AI bike and this is technically a smart bike, there are technical capabilities that you don't see with a lot of cheaper bikes. You hop on, you don't have to adjust the resistance. You don't have to think about timing. It does all that for you. So once you log into the app, it then presents you with a screen of all the different workouts you can do. And right now, there are 6 different workouts, from intense, energizer, fat burn, free ride, and endurance. Most people, I think, buy this for the intense one, which is 20-second sprints. There's some other ramp ups you have to do before you get there. But if you really want to kill yourself and test your VO2 max, you can do the endurance sprints, which are basically like 30 or 60 sprints. And it's just like continually increasing the resistance on the back of the wheel, just over and over and over, like you're doing an uphill climb. If you want to see how you're doing previously, you can go in here and see all your previous work. So you can see all your graphs and everything like that, and it is very detailed. So it's giving you the metrics. So if you're somebody who really likes data, it's helpful for you. But if you're somebody who doesn't like data and just wants to be told, like, what's this purpose, it gives that as well. I think it's a good blend. There's also heart rate monitor, and that's one of the ways that they're able to track all the different metrics and tell you where your heart rate is during the workouts, and then help improve or increase the resistance over time during the workouts, so then you're able to stay within the range they want you for your prescribed goal. And the way they're doing that is these handles here. So these handles have heart rate monitors on them. You can connect to a chest strap if you'd like to. I think for most people, like having to like put a chest strap on, do that whole rigmarole for like a 10-minute workout, I don't think it's worth it. I love that they just put them on the handles, because you can just jump on and start going, and it's tracking everything in real time. This, I think, was like just an amazing thing they added to the bike, whereas I don't know, other bikes I've used where you have to have these separate dongles and things, it's just annoying, just implement it in the bike. I love that they did that. This isn't the most tech-savvy bike in the world. Like I said, it is using just a standard Android tablet. I would like to see them build it out more. I'd love to see a bigger touchscreen. I'd love to see some of the capabilities we see with Peloton, where you're doing rides like on road, or you're doing them in class, you have leaderboards, that sort of thing. So for that reason, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. I think it's definitely better than average. The tech is amazing on the AI side. I would just like to see some expansion on the other stuff. So let's talk a little bit about price, because this is not cheap. It's not the most expensive bike that's out there, but it is expensive. It's more expensive than what you'd find with an Air bike and many other bikes. The price of the Karo bikes starts at $23.95, and that's for just the bike. That doesn't include like any of the other packages they have that include like different add-ons, like an extra warranty, a floor mat, water bottle holders. But for most people, I think that's all you'd really need is the $23.95. Now this does have a membership, and the membership is $12 a month. I personally don't love memberships. It's basically you're financing something. I absolutely hate it, and it lasts for eternity as long as you want to use it. However, from a business model, and for most people, they're used to paying subscriptions, so because they're used to that, it works. The $12 a month is less than what you find with other bikes, but you're not really getting anything additional to what you're getting with like a Peloton. You're basically just getting access to the basic stuff and to continue to get your metrics. This bike is not worth it if you don't have the subscription, so you're pretty much forced to do it. Thankfully, it's not a crazy amount. It's $12 a month. There isn't enough here, in my opinion, to justify like a membership. So do I recommend this? I do. I recommend it. Even at that price point, like I do recommend it. I think the value isn't the greatest. I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5. But for most people, the reason they don't do cardio is because it's hard to do it, and it's long and it's boring, all those sorts of things. This removes that. So it uses rehit, it works. It's the shortest amount of time I think you can get in a conditioning while also getting like a maximum amount of benefit. So I've given points and created categories for every part of this bike, and this is what we do for all of our reviews on GGR. Each one has a point next to it, and these are basically cumulative, so we average them out. This bike, just so you know, a 3 is average, 4 is above average, a 5 is the best in the industry. This overall, with all the metrics averaged out, including customer reviews we found online, customer service, warranty, durability, all those sorts of things, comes out to a 4.125, which is a damn good score. If I was to only have one piece of a conditioning device in my garage, I could only have one. This would probably be it. I would probably take this over a rower. I'd probably take it over hydro, my air bikes, the skier, which I absolutely love all of those. But I love the fact that I can just jump on, touch a button, do it for 10 minutes, and I feel like I not only feel, but I also know, based upon the studies, that it's actually working. I highly recommend it. And I rarely say this, so if you're watching this for the first time, watch our other videos. I rarely give like this high of a recommendation. I freaking love the Karo bike. It is amazing. It's pricey, $23.95, but I use everything. I've tested everything. This thing is so freaking underrated. I hope we see a lot of these in home gyms. All right, this Coupe from Garage Gym Reviews. I will keep using this. We'll provide update reviews. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. We'll see you next time. Peace.